my crown. I have declared my sovereignty before I was born. Declared it before the day of my mother's birth and before my father was thought about. That's the norm. This announcement comes from the belly of the woman who bore the lineage of my royalty. She gave us our sanctity, integrity, and an illustrious sinew that I flamboyantly don. She went on to be sure that I knew what we were. The crown on your head, unlike Nancy Tillman, who associates the love of a parent and child with the animals. However, she was right in suggesting that the crown is everything. It gives us unique value. She says our crown will be with us wherever we go. Shakespeare Macbeth, Act 3, Scene 1. Upon my head they place a fruitless crown, and they put a barren scepter in my grip. Thence to be wrenched with unlineal hands, they give me a crown and a scepter that I cannot pass on. Someone outside my family will take these things away from me because I have no son to take my place as king. Could this be the truth or a lie? The crown upon my head, think of the natural hair being his or her crown that is desired. And if this is true, and the woman who cut their hair, do they fall from grace? Proverbs 12:4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband. A few things of what a crown could be. You see, kingship had a lot to do with the leadership of a people. Whether that be for religious, sacred, or political order, it is said that kingship is meant that the ruler was a manifestation, an agent, or arbiter of the divine, the supernatural realm. And here, I take the back seat and not the helm. Prehistoric, it predates. To the contemporary, it's still not too late. And no kingdom could exist without the connection to religion. Man needed to be connected to God, and to God, we're all connected. Kinfolk, we were called congruent about the universal man. And now, at his hand, is the lay of the land. He disseminates a grade of hue to be lesser or better than you. My sovereignty was declared before I was born, and on that day I made it to the egg. I was fast enough. I was strong enough to be the clot that science calls the zygote. Cairo is where I originated. Kingmakers were born and not made. It was articulated not by a single word, but of that strand of DNA. And here I am today, 570 years and a lot of tears and fears of not surviving a simple traffic stop. Or non-cultured, on-agenda cop. I don my sovereignty, yes, it's with me. No, I don't need the embellishment of a tunic or gold works of thread. I proudly trumpet my kingship instead. I wear no surcoat or distinguishable article of clothes, and mantles are beneath me, for to cover what I am would beseech me to ask if I'm really the king that I say that I am. No longer do I wear animals that I defeat. No longer is my gold worth needed. A headdress of my nobility is no longer a part of me. It never was. Just look at me. Can't you see that I am a king? No symbolic form of headdress adornment they call crowns. Some were of wreaths like flowers or even thorns. The thorns were the predated form of the weight that the crown would hold. No symbolic show of wealth, power, honor, victory, legitimacy, immortality, righteousness, or resurrection. Confection of jewels to replicate the stars above, to bling like a halo. I am announced in every room I enter. Yet the Earl of Warwick was thought of as the kingmaker of 1450. Earl didn't make a baby of my hue. This Earl was not with me, nor was he with the people of which we share this hue. You see, all of this time, I had my crown with me. I wear it every day. It distinguishes It distinguishes me in every single way. You try to molest it, you protested it, and many have gone on quests for it holds the answers that you cannot have. You beat it and treat it as nothing, as if you had the right to disturb my existence. You enslaved it and removed the dignity and did not dig a grave for it. You claimed it as a responsibility to cage it with your trumped up falsehoods of who God is. Yet you want what I have to feed your damn kids. Back in the day, your children grew up strong. They suckled as I did from the tit of a queen. She was seen as a nappy-headed nigger, but she was my nana's nana. I raise my voice in honor of my sovereignty. I rule myself and whoever wants to come along with me. I declare war on those who have helped me remain blind. I declare war on myself because of my sublime being I stifled. Letting you convince me that I could never be or could I ever be less than. I am a man, a king. I am seen by the authorities as dangerous. My commitment is said to be clamorous. As I enter into your presence, you show your cowardness because you know my real strength. It's not from the high bird niggers that you created. It's not for the lack of intelligence you still debate. It's from the stock that I come from, that pure DNA. Try as you may to pollute it, you take away my heritage, I still pursue it. Because my crown I can't take off. I can't blend with your crowd. My crown has not changed. It looks like the first brown people your people came around. I wear my crown day to day, yet you say the color of my crown is not important, only because you think of yourself more than me. But you died to a world that you claim to own. My epidermis produces the melanin which you know as the pigmentation of our skin that creates the hue of my crown. I can't hide who I am. My crown is seen in the Brooks Brothers suit that I put on, or that Stuart Hughes suit or clothes that I wear, or that HGC apparel from the hood. My crown is multifunctional, an anatomical barrier for pathogens, a cessation carrier inside and out. It acts as a storage for my greatness. Water resistant, but unfortunately not bullet resistant. Although you can place on a disguise and claim to be royalty, and try as you may to convince me that you are more than me, your crown has always been and will always be a phony. This, I polish my crown twice a day, daily maintenance, and I'm on my way. What's that you say? Yes, thank you. My skin is my crown, and it's beautiful. It is